Are you looking to play in premier Pokemon Go events but not sure how to get started? This video is all about what you need to know in order to participate in a Pokemon Go League Challenge or other premier event. We're going to talk about the steps from getting you ready to play in a challenge. The reason I'm making this video is I run a store here at Connecticut Unity Games Cafe, and that store is now running Pokemon Go League challenges. And when I went started doing research as the professor at the store, I realized that there really isn't a lot of content out there about how to participate in a Pokemon Go tournament. So step one is signing up for the thing. So you can see my web browser here. I'm just going to go to Pokemon.com generically and show you where you can go to find events near you and sign up for them. So you're going to go to Play Pokemon Events, and then there's a little tab called Find an Event. And this is probably your best bet. My store is in this zip code. And what you can do is by filters, you can actually search just Pokemon Go. So if you're into Pokemon Go, there you go. As you can see, we're at the top of the page here, as there's not a whole ton of stores running this event, which might be why there's still not a lot of content about this. So anyway, in real time, January 20 is the next event that we'll be holding. So you can go here and you can sign up. There's a little description about the event. You can actually go right here, click here to register. They're going to tell you that you're leaving and you're going to my website instead. And when you click on that link, it'll port you over to a sign up link that I've put in, and you can sign up right here. Nice and easy. Once you're signed up for the event, you got to choose what team you're going to use. The cool thing about a Pokemon Go is that you essentially pick a team of 6 Pokemon, even though if you've played Pokemon Go, you know that you only use 3 in a battle. But you take 6 to the tournament, and you get to pick, based on what your opponent's playing, your 3 best Pokemon for that matchup specifically. So it's worth noting that there is a list of Pokemon that you're not allowed to use in these tournaments. They're banned for tournaments. So currently, as of right now, those banned Pokemon are on the website, and they're Galarian Articuno, Galarian Zapdos, Galarian Moltres, Shadow Hisuian Sneasel, Shadow Hisuian Sneasler, but those actually become eligible for play at a certain point, and we're past that point at this point, so you can actually use those. So it's a little confusing that they're still on the website, but you can use them. And then Skiddo and Go-Goat are no-goes for Pokemon official tournament play. Now what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go into your app, pick your Pokemon that you want to use. You have to do 2 things. The first one is you have to actually nickname those Pokemon. So there's a couple things that you also have to note, and they're listed on the team list specifically, that you have to note whether they are these things. A regional Pokemon, so their example there is Rapidash. So if you're not using regular Rapidash, you're using Galarian, you have to note that. Specifically named form, so their example is Wash Rotom, which is a really good example there. Whether it's a Shadow Pokemon or a Purified Pokemon, and whether it's your current active best buddy Pokemon. You have to list exactly what the CP and the HP of your Pokemon is, what their moves are, so their fast move and their 2 charge moves, or if you only have 1, that's okay, you could just list 1, what Pokemon they are, and then what the nickname is. So you're required to actually nickname your Pokemon something different. So you can't just say Pikachu, you have to say Tournament Pikachu or something like that. So I'll go through the process of how exactly to do that in a second, but for now, let's look at these forms. Pretty standard. You had your name, your Pokemon player ID. This is important if you've never played in a Pokemon Premier event before. You need an ID to play, but don't worry, whoever's running the event will have a piece of paper that you can have an ID at that tournament. The only way to get a player ID, you can sign up online, but most people just get them by going to events. So if it's your first time going to an event, it's okay. They'll give you a player ID. It is worth noting that if you play other forms of Pokemon like the VGC or the trading card game, you're already going to have an ID, and you just use the same one. You have to list your in-game nickname, so whatever your name is there, you have to use that, and your birthday. Now, you fill out a list for the tournament staff, which has everything on it, but you also fill out a list for your opponent. It doesn't have everything on it, but it has a lot of it on there. And so, basically, when you sit down to play, you're going to present this list to your opponent, and that's when your opponent and you, because you're looking at your opponent's list as well, are going to decide which 3 Pokemon you want to bring to the battle. So, of course, you have your name, your in-game nickname, and the event. What I'll do now is I'll go to the game, and I will show you exactly what this looks like. I'll be using the iPad version of the app just to make things a little easier for me in the recording process. So something might look slightly, misproportioned because it's on a bigger screen, but you'll be able to see everything they have to do. All right, so I've booted up my app. I'm gonna get my team ready for the league challenge that's coming up. So the first thing I need to do is I need to decide which Pokemon that I'm gonna use in my event. So I'm gonna go into the Pokemon screen, and actually I have kind of already done this in advance. So I have in my tags a little tag here for competitive. So I have 9 Pokemon that I've deemed as competitive. For me, these are 3-star Pokemon. The maximum CP for this is based on the Great League. So you're playing 1,500 or less Pokemon. So that's part of why I have these as tags. Some of them are ones that I'm trading, like this Chansey right here. I would really like to use this Chansey in the future. Right now it's only 520 CP. So I'm probably not going to use that in this Pokemon event. So I've got 2 Raichus, because I'm trying out 2 different things. Let's see, this one is the one that knows Charm and Thunder Punch. So I think it's the other one that I want to use. Wild Blaze and Volt Switch. Yeah, I think this is the one that I want to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this. I'll do LC Raichu. LC for League Challenge. Okay, so he's one that I'll use. What else do I have here? I've got this Perfect Ledian. I think that would be really interesting to use, so I'm going to try that. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to call it LC Ledian. You can use whatever name you want. It's totally up to you. Definitely going to use this Snorlax. This is one of my favorites. Same deal. LC Snorlax. Okay, that's 3. I like Venusaur a lot. And I have one that knows both a grass move and a poison move, so I definitely need to use this. So that seems really good. Cool. Okay. The next 2 are tough because there's 3 different mods that I'd like. I like this Crawdon, I like this Leafeon, I like this Lapras. For this event, I already have grass coverage with Venusaur, so I think I'm going to go with Crawdon and Lapras. Get some ice, and I have a dark move on this one, which I don't have in my team right now. So we got that. We got Lapras. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mons. So now I have my team all set. So now the next step is just to register them. So I'll show you with a couple of them where you can find this information. I'm going to fill my list out online. So the first thing that I have to do is fill out my name and my information. So let me start with that. For your nickname in the game, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your profile, click on that, and if you hit me, it'll show you a big title of your name there. So there I am. All right, Pokemon 1. Here we go. I'm going to go back into my Pokemon here. Okay, Pokemon 1, let's start with Snorlax. So under the Pokemon section, I'm just going to write Snorlax. And then under the nickname, we've got LC Snorlax. There we go. For CP and HP, this particular Snorlax, you can find the HP right underneath the name, so we'll start with that. HP is 184. You got the CP right above the Pokemon, and you got the HP right below. So for this Snorlax, my CP is 1463, which is pretty good because the max is 15. And the HP is right underneath the name, 184 HP. There we go. Okay, so then you scroll down a little bit. We're looking at fast moves here. So my fast move on this Snorlax is Lick. And this Snorlax only has 1 charge move. So my 1 charge move is Hyper Beam. Excellent. Let's try another one that's a little bit different. So next I'm going to register my Venusaur. My Venusaur for Pokemon is obviously Venusaur. Then for nickname, I'm going to write LC Venusaur. Then I'm going to put in my CP and my HP. So for CP, I have 1434, and for HP, I have 117. Now this Venusaur has 2 moves. So when I get down here, I'll start with the fast move. That's pretty easy. It knows Vine Whip. And then for my charge moves, like I said, I have 2. So the first one is Sludge Bomb, and the second one is Petal Blizzard. Pretty simple. You're going to do this for all 6 of your Pokemon, and then you're going to go to the next page, and you're going to do the same thing, but for your opponent. So it's all the same. Make sure that you write what event you're playing in when you go. The only difference is you're not going to give them your Pokemon's HP. They only need the CP. And so you're going to fill out the exact same thing, just no HP this time, only CP. And you'll be presenting this list to your opponent. So make sure that you have a printed copy of it so that you can do that. Like I said, these should be made available when you get to your tournament. You should be able to handwrite it when you get there, or you can prepare it ahead of time and print it out and bring that with you. All right, once you have your team registration complete, you're ready to begin in the tournament. So the last thing we have to talk about is how to actually battle your opponents. So you're going to get their team registration sheet. You get to see that, and then at that point, you're ready to pick your 3 mods. But how do you actually get into the battle? Before we get to that, there is one more thing, and that is you have to be screen recording in order to participate in these league challenges in case something goes wrong, so that the judge can come over and they can see what happens. So I'll attach a link to a video of how to do this on an Android device, but on Apple, what you do is you can just swipe down to bring up this menu, and you can see this little red dot on my screen. That indicates that you are recording. You just click that, it'll do a little 3, 2, 1, and then you're ready and good to go. So there's 2 ways to get into a match with your opponent. One of them involves becoming that opponent's friend in Pokemon Go, and the other one involves scanning the battle QR code that's in the battle. So I'll show you that one first, and then I'll show you how to get into a battle with one of your friends. So if you click on the main Pokeball and go to the battle tab, don't immediately see that QR code, but if you scroll down, you'll get to the scan this battle code with another device to battle, and then you're there. You can also scan someone else's battle code by pressing that button. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and get into a battle with one of my friends. So what you're going to do is you're going to find that friend, click on their name, try to open their gift, but realize that your bag is full, and then you can scroll down and press battle. Everything is Great League, so you have to click Great League, and you say let's battle, and then they should get a notification. So then you have to go in, you have to, pick your Pokemon that you're going to use. Okay, I got my Pokemon. I'm in. All right, so your friend should have gotten a challenge request. Here we go. Excellent. I got a Snorlax. Oh my gosh, it's super effective against you. Get licked. Sure, I'll block. You only get 2 shields. Oh, dark type move? Okay, cool. It's working. It's working. What is this? Yeah, it's not working. Let's go here. To my Venusaur? I'll block it. Oh, man. Let's go. Let's go. That's fair. Wow, your Furfrou is kicking me right now. Oh, this isn't a Petal Blizzard. Boom. Yeah, it's a quicker move. Here we go. Oh no, I don't have any more shields. I'm at your mercy. Use a grass move. Let's go. I'm alive. I'm alive. Oh, Haunter. Okay, cool.
Oh no.
This will do something at least. No. What?
I died.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Good game.
Alright.
So there you have it. Now you have all the tools that you need to play in a Pokemon Go League challenge. You know how to pair up with your opponent, you know how to make the registration sheet, and you know how to sign up for your tournaments. So hopefully we'll see you soon if you're local to the area, or if you happen to be in Connecticut when we're running one. We'd love to play some Pokemon Go with you. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for the next one. Give this a subscribe or a like, and let us know if you want more Pokemon Go content later. Thanks.